Today I'm going to walk you through 6 steps in order that will help you to make cleaner, sharper, and more intentional edges. Before we get into painting, let's get clear about what an edge actually is. It's simply the point where two different surfaces are meeting. That is it. It's not an outline, and everything we're going to cover here is in service of controlling how they meet. Keep that in mind as I start painting here. And with that, let's get into it. Tip number 1 is to draw with chalk before painting. Starting with a drawing means you're already more clear about the form, and I personally prefer chalk because it seems to be the most forgiving in my experience. It's light enough that it won't really contaminate your paint, and it's also very easy to wipe off. So if you need to redraw a few times, you can do that. The goal during the drawing stage is to establish the big shapes. This is not about extreme detail, but it gives every single edge an aim. Tip number 2, fill in the shadows first. Before you think about anything else, you should fill in all of the shadows. This will already do most of the work of defining the form. The paint in the shadow area should be left very thin. This is on purpose so that you don't get irregular textures and you make it easier to rework. It also helps to create dimensionality in your painting. Tip number 3, push the paint to create the edge rather than delining. You want to use the thin side of your brush. So with a filbert here, I can lay this more flat. And then I'm going to just push the paint forward. And so rather than thinking about this like I'm trying to make a line with my mark, it's more like I'm spreading the paint out. And as it starts to approach the edge, I'm just using this kind of little boundary for my painting here. As it starts to approach that edge, I'll be a little bit more careful, and I can even start to make a slightly smaller mark. And I'll just keep going with this. So as I approach the edge, I get a little bit more sharp, a little bit finer mark, but I'm not just making this all as one line. I'm just using the paint that I have here to approach that edge. So it's not like you're painting the line all in one mark. You're actually just filling in the space, and what you don't touch is what will create a sharp boundary. Tip number 4, fill in the background. This is the step that almost every beginner skips. Whatever is in the background, you need to push right up against your subject. That's how you'll actually cut out the shape on the light side. It's okay if this goes all the way up and touches your other paint. Obviously, you should try not to make a mess, but it will look much more realistic compared to leaving a gap or not filling in the background at all. And it's the same exact idea here. You're going to push the paint to meet the edge. Tip number 5, cut back over the background to refine the shape. Once you've already filled in the background, you should now have a very strong silhouette. However, you may notice that a couple of areas didn't go quite how you wanted. So now is the opportunity to use your lighter paint and fill back in and cut back into the background. Again, following the same idea, just pushing all the way until the edge, rather than trying to create one big line. Tip number 6, allow the edges to touch each other. This is one of the most fundamental rules when it comes to making something look realistic. Nothing in nature is totally outlined. We just have two different subjects or two different objects which are meeting each other in space. And the difference between them in terms of color or value or perhaps even texture is what helps us to understand where they are separate. So everything that you paint should be touching. You don't want to leave outlines around different subjects. That's what will make it look cartoonish or feel like it's just a sticker on top of a random background. Another way to think about this is that an edge is not just a boundary that you draw. It's simply the relationship between two different subjects. If you want to go deeper into this with a structured curriculum, live demonstrations, and critiques, I'm building an online painting community called Kitsch Down Live, where we work through all of this together. Check the link in the description to join and come paint with us. With that, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.